It stopped at 3.
Did it? I wasn't paying attention to it.
Is it working?
I don't know.
I don't hear anything.
It's really not working. There it is.
Ooh, there we go.
Ooh. Oh man,
Kind of laggy.
I don't remember it being like this before. Gotta be
Cool.
honest.
It's fine. It always plays in 0.2 speed from bricks. Beautiful.
Okay. That was interesting.
Exactly how I remember it.
Yeah, no, that's how it's supposed to be.
What is up, my cranky crew?
10 years of crank gameplays.
10
true.
years, baby. Ho, 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 ho.
I don't know if I'm physically capable of doing anything cringy enough to adequately represent Ethan, but I'm proud of him.
Wow. Wait, that sounded like such a burn. I don't know if that was
Nah,
intended.
listen,
Wow.
did you watch his
That
video?
came from a good place.
His
No, no, no.
entire 10-year
Well,
thank you video was like,
watched part
look
of
at
it.
all of this stuff I did. And even the whole time he was like annotating it, and he was like, this is so fucking cringy. Look at this. It's funny now.
It was so cringy that YouTube demonetized it and age restricted it.
Why? Why?
I don't
When you
know.
get that cringe, I mean, it's obvious why.
Yeah.
Don't question it.
the only possible reason.
They were afraid of too many broken teeth from all the clenching.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you everyone for joining Distractible Live. We've got big Distractible news coming at you. Hot and heavy, fast and strong.
Yes.
We're taking over the world by storm. Distractible is building a $100 million gamer compound.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
they'll be recruiting various esports teams to represent them in the arena. Sponsored by Distractible. We are sponsoring NASCARs.
We're gonna have a
I
NASCAR.
didn't get an email.
We're gonna
about
have
that.
Oh, NASCAR is sponsoring us.
They're sponsoring us.
We're gonna have a Le Mans team.
The Lamaze team. Interesting. That's the
yeah.
birthing class.
Yeah, it's the breathing technique. We're gonna have a whole fleet of teachers out there preaching the gospel of Distractible as well as breathing effectively during childbirth.
It'll happen in the middle of the NASCAR track. The little grass in the middle. There'll be the birthing class.
And then we're also going to have a airplane aerobatics team that will be dropping babies into the middle of the Le Mans class, just as like an extra stress test for the new parents.
How much is this going to cost us? Because
It's going to be worth it. We're going to make it back tenfold. No
And we'll be doing a charity stream for cancer. Not fighting cancer. Everyone's always fighting cancer. We're going to be helping cancer.
Yeah, we're taking the losing side on this one,
Yeah.
guys.
bold strategy. So it's like if no matter who wins, everyone loses, kind of thing.
I mean,
We
isn't
lose.
that life?
We definitely lose.
So we're
did you
aiming to
just
lose here.
describe the human condition, Mark?
Are we shorting cancer? Is that what's happening right now?
I don't know what that means, but it sounds funny.
Bro, I was on Wall Street bets. That's the big move this weekend.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about shorting cancer big time and just absolutely screwing over all those stupid hospitals who are using their big money to manipulate the cancer market.
I would like to take this moment to leave the
Just beep-doop, Mark disconnects.
Oh, Bob, you were here. I was talking to Mark and I had to mute my phone. Speaking of cancer, I got a phone call and it just said like, I'm not gonna say the name of the hospital, but a hospital called.
shit.
And I answered. I was like, "Hello," and this doctor was like really sad sounding. Was like,
Oh no.
"Yes, I'm trying to reach you on behalf of." And I was like, "Oh no," and then he said a name I didn't recognize. I was like, "Is this Deborah so and so?" And I was like,
Do I
No.
sound like Deborah?
and then he like said the
it's
number. And I
me.
was like, "That's my number, area code." He gave me the right area code. I was like, "This is in fact my phone number." He's like, "I see what I did. I switched 2 digits. I apologize." And he just hung up.
Oh,
God
great.
damn. I
And
feel
was
like,
like,
if
oh.
you're a doctor in that position, you got to lead with, is this name, middle name, last name, who lives at address at phone number this?
No,
yeah, no, he gave me quite the scare because I was like, "Who is this and why do they need me?"
You just call as a doctor. As soon as anyone answers, you're like, I'm sorry to inform you that your mother has died. Is this Jessica? Like, whoa, that's the wrong order, man. God, jeez.
Well, to be fair, I don't know what happened with whoever was in the hospital. I just know that it was on behalf of this person, so maybe they were fine.
It's a good thing they didn't tell you. It sounds like a big fat HIPAA violation.
No, HIPAA schmippa. That ain't what it's about.
No, HIPAA
Don't be
means
ridiculous.
you can't look up my tweets. No one gets to know my medical history, and also I'm angry. Based off of social media, I'm pretty sure that's what HIPAA means.
That's my medical condition that you can't know about. The fact that I'm angry.
Why can't I violate HIPAA? That's my First Amendment right.
Why can't I violate? That's what our forefathers said down in the Constitution so many years ago.
You not violating HIPAA yourself, doctors, is violating your First Amendment rights. So
Yeah.
take back your Constitution. That's what I say.
Well, I must admit.
This is the episode where we talk about politics, Mark, by the way.
Thanks,
And that's-
NASCAR.
Oh, good.
Who is never going to sponsor us ever.
All right. Okay, good.
Just imagine the old guys who are in charge of NASCAR. So it's like, sir, there's a podcast making fun of NASCAR. Do we want to do anything? Like, what's a podcast? That's not like one of those news programs that's on my cell phone. That's right. I think you're old, NASCAR owners. Come at us. They're
I
probably
always
gonna-
picture an older
like, this is
gentleman
gonna
with
get
like
to them.
a kind of a buzz cut white hair who has the face of a bulldog whenever you do that impression. Is that the face you're going for? The
Kind of.
What's a podcast?
I just saw welcome to the district. Oh, we got memberships now.
Have we not? We have had that.
Have we had that?
Have we?
I think we've
have
had
we?
that.
I don't remember that.
No, that
being
must
there
be new.
Last year.
Maybe people just discovered that it. No, I don't remember. I honestly
right.
don't remember for sure. But
So, what did we agree to get the members?
nothing. I think the membership description literally says like, do this at your own risk. We promise nothing. We'll live stream sometimes, maybe.
We are live streaming to everyone, though.
Yeah, well,
But members get to be called members while we do it. So hey,
yeah, no, they get green names in chat.
I don't know.
And
do
you
you
get a
could-
star by your name. Look at that. You've had that for months. Well,
maybe we can let
I
them
was
join the
pretty sure I had
distractible.
set that up, but
Do we have like a distractible Skype
a
group
member
or something?
for 3 months. Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been
no,
behind.
I'm pretty sure the member description says we promise nothing. Thanks.
Members, what did we promise in the membership thing? Don't lie.
I'm looking. Hang on.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have 365 members.
That's great.
they already
That's
know
a
what-
surprising amount.
They already know what they're getting.
That's a surprising amount for us not giving them anything.
Yeah.
We should give them something. I could draw a picture and you could post it to the members, I guess.
So what the member?
yeah, me too. I can draw you a picture.
What
Yeah,
the
Here's a
member
picture
thing
right
says-
here.
I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now. All
What
right.
the membership thing says is watch Distractible live. That's it.
That's it. Hang on, I got this. I'm drawing him a picture.
Oh,
Wait,
is
this
gonna
is supposed to be a
go- this is gonna
members-only
go out to the
stream?
members only.
Yeah, you can only get this picture if you're a member. Man, MS Paint.
Okay, so here's what we do. We do a regular stream, then we end. Then we do a member stream, and then we do a super member stream.
Then we do an emote only stream.
Yes.
I tried to make it smiling. I don't know why. My drawing style, especially
Don't
with
spoil the
mouse,
photo.
just always gets creepy.
I think it's just like in your genes. I don't know.
I forgot. I'm allowed to stream on YouTube now. I kind of forgot that that's a thing now.
Yeah, no more exclusivity or whatever.
I can't simulcrest or whatever it's called, but I can.
You can't simulcrest the
No,
advanced
no.
technique of simulcresting. You think you
it's
could
where
master
you-
that in a day?
I can simulcolgate, but not simulcrest.
Yeah, it's where you use every flavor of Crest all at once. Crest has too many flavors, man. Tell you what. Every other
Barf,
toothpaste,
jelly bean.
every other toothpaste brand is out here having like 3 varieties. They
flavor.
got like normal, pretty good, and fancy whitening. And Crest is like, we got normal, extra normal, special normal, good, gooder, whitening good, whitening better, ultimate whitening. Get Crest.
God, if you look on the back of those, it'll just make you depressed because every single bottle has the same ingredients in the same order in every single one of those.
They do, yeah.
It's the hidden ingredients that matter, though. The ones they can't tell us
Gotta get
about.
that shelf space, man. You gotta be that toothpaste that literally occupies an entire vertical shelf.
The percentage of tooth bleach is what they can't tell us. Yeah, tooth bleach.
Bleach?
Tooth bleach. Sure.
How do you think you whiten?
Yeah, what's the only thing in the universe that can make something whiter, Mark?
Either watching Leave It to Beaver reruns or bleach.
Damn.
Got
I was
him.
gonna say either line dancing at a country bar or bleach, but okay.
Oh, got him too.
All
Go
right,
ahead
I posted
and
the picture in
Oh
the
wow, I'm glad you put so much effort into it, man.
Thanks, Bob.
You did nothing. My effort is infinitely more than yours.
That's true.
I didn't judge
Oh, I'm
the
not a
camera
member, but
size
I
too
get to
well.
see. Wow.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you
like
for
it,
being a
Wade?
member for 3 months.
Okay, man. Okay, man.
No, you
beautiful.
know what? Good job, Mark. I appreciate it.
I'm trying to provide for the
My
members.
hard-earned dollar spent here. That's
And
what I want.
I think the members are gonna appreciate it too. It is taking a minute, but it's coming.
Man, the exclusive content you get here as a member is out of this world.
Look, man, I'm trying. At least I'm putting in the effort. All of you
That's
guys are
true. I'm
talking
doing
about the
nothing.
problem. I am trying to address the problem.
Visibility.
I didn't even know that
the
we had members,
distracted
so.
and higher. There you go. Oh, I can edit the preview. Good. I'll make sure that the good part's in the middle.
Just
There you
trying to
go.
Make the preview the white part in the bottom right. Just a complete empty canvas over there. That'll be good.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make this as high quality as I possibly can. Don't worry about it, members.
Thanks.
All right, post
Easily.
is going out, baby.
All right.
Members, I hope you enjoy this. Thank you for your commitment.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you again in 3
I-
or 4 months.
I put as much effort into that post as I could. Tell you what. Can I share this somehow?
What was our distractible news? Did we have news?
Yeah,
I hope we have a list of stuff to talk about.
I have
yeah.
so much stuff. I'm ready if you guys are ready for
I
it.
just-
Oh,
I want you
think
guys
meant
to
news
see the
specifically
post,
about
but-
the podcast. You mean just news?
We have news about the podcast? Was it not
That's
the
what I was
NASCAR?
asking. That's what. Oh,
Yeah, well,
that-
we talked about all the new sponsorships.
I forgot that
rolling
happened
out.
already. I have a terrible memory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know.
Anyway. Ready for the news?
Yes.
In a world full of darkness and cynicism, all 37 puppies were found alive. Sometimes a shining beacon of light can shine through. The Olympic gold medalist sold his medal to buy food for the hungry, which was him. Better than okay, this is the greatest good.
According to the Smithsonian Magazine, an article by Rachel Newer says the prescription for rheumatism used to be sitting inside a rotting whale for 30 hours.
What?
I'm sorry, did you not hear me?
How would you fill that? What? I appreciate that. I
would
guess
you
someone
fill the
discovered that. The doctor is like, all right, what you got to do? You rheumatoid arthritis patient, you got to wander the beaches, just up and down. If it's not on the East Coast, try the West Coast. You just got to find a beached whale.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just gotta climb up in that shit like it's a tauntaun.
I mean,
What?
yeah. I don't see what the
How?
problem is. What do you mean how?
Even if that
You
is
don't
a
have
cure for
lightsabers
something,
in real life. How do you get in it?
even if that is a cure for something, how that would be like prescribing going to see the Wizard of Oz so he can grant your wish.
I think you're underestimating how many rotting whales were in the late 19th century.
I don't know if are you saying whales have gotten a lot smarter in our times and they don't beach
No, we
and
killed them
rot
all
as
off
much,
by now.
or what?
They're all dead now.
No. All right. So if you
all
guys
dead.
you guys want the actual science of this. Back in the
Sure.
late 19th century, if you suffered from joint pain, your doctor might have prescribed a cutting-edge new treatment sitting inside a rotting whale carcass. According to an 1896 story published in the New York Times,
Ooh, real
the,
news.
the quote whale cure was popularized after quote a gentleman of convivial habits.
Convivial?
Convicial.
I don't know what that means.
I've never heard of that word. Habits, but grievously afflicted with rheumatism. This sentence does not provide the context clues to what convicial means.
He sounds like an
Convivial?
Earth-shanding citizen.
No, it says Convivial. It might be a typo, but this is the Smithsonian.
Conviscal.
It might be convivial. It might
The
be
internet is pretty
convivial.
sure that means convivial.
Yeah, it's probably convivial. Maybe it's like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, a gentleman of convivial habits, but grievously affected by rheumatism, noticed a whale carcass on the beach. A jokester, he decided to jump right in. You know, just
Got him!
a prankster, you know.
Oh, no one saw that
I would
coming.
hate to see this guy at a funeral.
So,
Sorry.
You know, the Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson movie, Wedding Crashers, was actually based loosely on this man's life and originally had a lot more whales in it.
yeah.
He's got grandma on his arm like a puppet, like, oh, hey there, everyone. See, she's fine.
What a jokester, you know. He's such
What
a
a
prankster.
prank. It's
He's
a goof.
just a
What a goof.
goofball. What a goof. Anyway, some later said he was drunk. His friends were horrified, but, quote, the heat and the smell were too great, end quote, for them to rescue their achy daredevil buddy. So they just waited around for him to come out. He wasn't stuck or anything.
Oh my God.
This is great. The real estate in here.
You guys should come in here. It's so warm.
Oh my God. Anyway, lo and behold, when he emerged, quote, the rheumatism from which he had been suffering for years had entirely disappeared, end quote, the story concludes.
That is 100% a goof. Where the guy was like, how do I get them to follow me in here? This is miserable. Why did I do this? But I'm committed now. I know. I'll tell them it cured my ails.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my roomy wrists are all better now. Oh, come on
Possible it did, you know, breathing in all of the fumes of rotting flesh. Perhaps the instant cancer cells that formed block his pain receptors.
He got a rare form of whale cancer on his brainstem, and it just made him immune to pain.
It was incredible. It was just fantastic. After that, the town of Eden, Australia, became a sort of dead whale equivalent to Turkish baths. I'm not 100% sure what Turkish baths are all about, but I'm assuming
You
it
don't know
might
about
be
Turkish
like
baths?
Is it like Korean baths?
No, it's more like you get naked with all your bros, and then you do a sauna, and then you do cold water, and then you do a sauna, and then you smoke a cigar, and then you do cold water.
That sounds a lot like a Korean bath.
I did a Russian bath once, which I believe is not too dissimilar.
Which you told a story that is in one of the deleted contents of
That
the
is
Distractible.
locked in a
It was a
recording
story.
somewhere.
It was a story.
It's a good story.
It's a good story.
It was a
We
good
should
story.
post that for the members.
Ooh. Will,
deleted.
edit that bad
What?
boy up.
Yeah,
Yes.
Will, you're listening to this.
You're not
right?
doing anything, are you?
Mm-hmm. All right. So, if people suffering from rheumatism could hold out for 30 hours, it was rumored that they could be cured of their condition for up to a year.
If you spend a full year in a whale, that year you will be cured.
Oh, man.
And when you emerge, just get right back in that whale and you'll be cured again because you'll be so miserable and you can't breathe. You'll be like, man, having arthritis was better than this.
Where someone asked, where do I find this stuff? This is all responsible to the Distractible lead researcher, Pam. Thank you for going out in the field and getting this hard-hitting research, and also quoting Rachel Newer, who wrote this for the Smithsonian Magazine. Pam.
Thank you, Pam.
Lead researcher.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I do feel like I have to say the way that you said Smithsonian.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what that was. So I was like, what the fuck? What is that? Why do I care what Smithsonian has to say? You said it so disjointedly. It confused my
You
brain.
know my speech impediment. I can't do those sounds together too well.
That's
So I have to Smithsonian. I have to like separate it
that
out.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I targeted your weakness.
It's hard for him to talk like that. You know, his real voice is like, hey, everybody. But he's been trying to project his deep voice for a decade now. So it's hard to put words together.
Yeah, Mark really became the character, guys. You would be shocked at his real voice.
Yeah. Doctors hate it.
All right, so the article continues. The Australian National Maritime Museum includes this practice in a new exhibition on whales. Here's the Morning Herald with more. Michelle Linder.
Herald?
I guess this is what?
The Guru Herald?
No, Morning Herald.
Oh, okay, different
Those
Herald.
papers are all named after him, though. Every herald is actually named after the guru.
So his name is not H-A-O-A. Never mind. I'm gonna stop. Fuck.
Thanks, NASCAR.
All right, Michelle Linder, curator of the museum's Australian content, said, "Quote: I don't know there was scientific evidence per se to support the practice, but there was hearsay at the time that they felt better after being in the whale." There's another quote inside of this quote. "It was done somewhere else, but I don't think it was a really popular thing to do. It would have been an isolated thing to do. For those bold enough to try it, a hole would be cut into a dead whale and the patient lowered inside," which I don't think is what the original guy did. I'm pretty sure he jumped right in. The jokester. There's no name of this man.
The jokester.
The jokester. "Only the patient's head would remain poking out of the rotting mass," the BBC reports, "regardless of whether the mass of warmly decomposing blubber gave the patients any relief. In this case, it could very well be that the cure was worse than the disease."
Could very well be that after 30 hours in a whale, everyone climbed out and was like, "Huh? Anything but that. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm cured. Don't prescribe me anything.
If you're
I'm
not
good.
cured,
Thank you, doctor."
you'll have to go in longer if you're not cured. It's guaranteed. I'm good. Thank you.
The next step is actually a live whale. It's way more potent.
A lot harder to accomplish. You have to swim right at that thing till it opens up.
Don't worry, we'll put a diving bell on your head. There's no way the whale will swim far enough away that you won't be connected to your oxygen source. Not for long, anyway.
Oh,
I've seen
man.
the cartoons. Inside the whale, there's like chairs and it's just oxygen in there. There's like plants and stuff
Like-
growing.
James and the Giant Peach. You got your whole universe. You got furniture. You got a spider friend. Totally normal stuff.
You know why I picked this article, though?
No.
Hate whales?
No, because it reminds me of Bob's warm-up bit that he did before the tour about him climbing inside the whale.
Oh, the
becoming
sadness of the whale.
Yes, the sadness of the whale.
God, I'd forgotten about that.
It was
That
just
might be the funniest shit I've ever said out loud, and no one outside of our group of touring friends who was backstage will ever get to hear it.
Yeah, man.
I don't know,
I could not recreate it.
Angry Bob on the bus talking about like whenever you were like stomping your feet and stuff. Whenever we were like you were exaggerating and that we were
Oh,
filming.
the
it, but got,
interview
like,
that was
corrupted.
lost to corrupted
Yeah.
media on the
Yeah.
bus where I was
can't
so
remember what you
fucking
said.
mad at all of you.
Yes.
Where I was actually angry and it was funny to everyone, but I was pissed.
Yep. Good.
We're like, man, Bob, this is a great bit.
what was the question? Evan was like, oh, so we're going somewhere else. We're going to LA next or something. And I was like, we're coming like a freight train out of hell.
It was really incredible. But again, lost to
Pants
time.
are on fire. My shoes are
shoes
long
are
gone.
long gone.
Yeah. So this is many bits that have been lost to time existed in that tour, but this reminded me of one of them. So you get a little taste of climbing in the sadness of the whale.
You're welcome, members.
And not members, really. Yeah, there's going to be so much content for members. Don't worry, not members.
Thanks, NASCAR. The official
You wanna
sponsor.
climb into
now.
the whale.
NASCAR sponsored segment brought to you by
NASCAR medical news.
Medical news.
NASCAR Health Insurance. Yeah, it's going fast.
Just rub some oil on it.
The faster you get to
fine.
the hospital, the more we cover.
Okay. There's another article here. I'm going to give you. I have so many. Pam has like done so much research. There's like
love
just
this.
a wealth.
Pamela
There's, like,
Horton, everybody, go
Pamela
follow her.
Horton.
This is
There's a-
amazing.
Pamela is trying to get partnered on Twitch. Has been rejected
yeah.
3 times in a row. Meets all of the qualifications. Has been rejected 3 times. I think it is an injustice.
What is her actual? Is it twitch.tv/Pamela Horton?
I
actually don't remember off the top of my head.
I think believe. I think believe.
You think believe.
I think believe. I think believe.
Well, if you do both, then that's pretty good.
Pamela Horton 13.
Yeah, Pamela Horton 13.
I will put it in the chat.
Lead researcher, sourcing all of these amazing articles, and also helps manage the wild and tumultuous community on the various Discords. And Distractible has a Discord. Did you guys know that?
And it's called the Distractible Discord.
Yes, it's combination Distractible, Go My Favorite Sports Team Discord. You can join that. Access is through the subreddit, I believe. There's a link on the subreddit pinned to the top.
I think that's maybe correct.
It might be correct.
Seems like a
I
thing I
have
should
no
know,
idea, and I won't
guess.
pretend to.
It's not pinned right now. It's pinned on the Go My Favorite Sports Team subreddit. So you got to hunt for it.
Well, no one even goes over there. So
Hey! Hey! Stop
Is that why you go over there to go to Distractible?
Okay, listen, you fucking barbarian.
What is that? What is that?
I don't know. This is why I like having the camera here, so I can actually see what stupid thing you're doing.
Usually it's just reserved for myself. I forgot you guys can all see me now.
just sit over like picking our noses and stuff like. Oh.
Yeah. I've got two stories. One's about spit, and one is about
Swallows?
biting.
African swallows?
I don't like biting very much. That sounds a lot worse.
Those seem like they could be related.
No, they're not.
Well, I'm intrigued about the disconnection.
$150, you get the old spit and bite. My favorite.
Well, your favorite?
Where does the spit
yeah.
go, and
Yeah.
what is being bitten?
The same place that you bite, of course. You have to
I feel like
be
that
an
makes it worth
18 only
less to me.
member for that answer.
Hey,
There's another tier of membership.
The
that's
18
the
plus.
secret membership.
I see.
You have to be part of Ethan's audience to get that answer.
Look at all these people entering into the Discord, probably from the Go My Favorite Sports Team subreddit. That is
Crash Discord. Crash
that is
Discord.
commitment to the Go My Favorite Sports Team, the sophisticated people on that subreddit. Anyway.
One of them's all right.
Did you pick spit or bite?
Spit.
All right, spit.
Yeah.
According to newscientist.com, this article by Andy Coughlin, natural-born painkiller found in human saliva. Saliva from humans has yielded a natural painkiller up to 6 times more powerful than morphine, researchers say. The substance, dubbed opiorphin, may spawn a new generation of natural painkillers that relieve pain as well as morphine, but without the additive and psychological side effects of the traditional drug. When the researchers injected a pain-inducing chemical into rats' paws, 1 milligram of opiorphin per kilogram of body weight achieved the same pain-killing effect as 3 milligrams of morphine. The substance was so successful at blocking pain that in a test involving a platform of upended pins, the rats needed 6 times as much morphine as opiorphin to render them oblivious to the pain of standing on the needle points.
So, 2 things. 1, maybe that's why the whales were so effective. They got saliva.
Whales
2,
must have a lot of saliva. You're right.
making out just got a lot sexier.
You can
'Cause
make out
it's so
and
close
get
to
high.
your brain, it can cure my depression.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe. Actually, that raises an interesting question. Do whales have saliva? Because they're underwater. Do they need?
Do they have mouths?
Yes. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
So probably. Whales spit. They don't all swallow, do they?
What?
Continue.
No, I don't want to.
You know what?
Thank
I'm
you,
just
NASCAR.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
This is brought to you by
NASCAR.
The spit of 87.
All right, okay.
My favorite porn adaptation.
So is the question now, do whales spit or swallow?
Oh, I'm definitely not Googling that.
I thought you were going to run a
5
poll or
Nights at
something.
Felicia's, the spit of 87. Coming to you soon, members.
Anticipating a good meal is one thing, but fucking. But in order for one's mouth to water, it's necessary to have salivary glands, which are located near the mouth and which produce saliva. However, in cetaceans, the salivary glands are atrophied or even non-existent.
Say that in English.
What are
So, no.
cetaceans? Are the
Whales are cetaceans.
whales?
Oh, I thought they were
don't have
Jurassic.
spit? Anyway, I'm gonna continue. What's fascinating to me is not so much like I think like there's kind of this adage of licking your wounds, and you see animals in the wild, they lick their wounds, and it does help with healing process and stuff like that. But I think that what's more fascinating about this is the test that they procured to test pain on the rats. Is basically they set up what looks like a bed of nails, but tiny nails for rats to stand on. And then they're like walking on, they go, oosh, 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 oosh. And basically they just keep injecting them.
Do that?
Yeah, of course. They keep.
They release like 6 rats across the thing, and it's just an echoing thing of like, oosh, 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 you didn't know rats can make
That's
that
how they got the
sound,
voice
did
for
you?
Homer Simpson.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
Why is
Anyway,
the
Homer.
bed of tiny nails interesting to you, Mark? Do you want to try it? Do you just want
No.
to see if your body can take it?
No, that's not what
You're
I'm
not a
saying.
masochist, are you?
No, absolutely not. I just think it's fascinating that this was the only test setup that they could think of to test like a rat's pain tolerance, is to create a bed of nails instead of, poking them. It's and then they what would they do? They would give a rat some opioorphin from saliva, and then they would give another rat some morphine, and then they would send them out until they stayed still on the bed of nails.
Oh,
And
okay.
They had to give the other one 6 times as much morphine before it just stayed still and wasn't going. Ouch, 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 ouch.
Maybe that's why we like cut our finger. Our instinct is to put like our finger in our mouth, like ow,
Yeah, pretty much.
put saliva on there.
It's like why mouth injuries like biting your lip or anything like that, they heal a lot faster than anything else, because number one is like the saliva creates an environment that's like better for it. Even if there is a lot of bacteria in the mouth, there's also a lot of white blood cells and stuff like that, and having like this enclosed environment that's not open to air is better for healing processes and stuff like that.
I have several questions about the people who organized and created this test.
Yes.
One, I can imagine a scientist who worked with rats for a long time and decided he really liked to lick them, and was like, how can I create a test where I get to
Serial
lick
killer.
as,
He cuts a mouse and is just like.
I get to lick as many rats as I want. How can I devise a scientific test where I'm required to lick the rats? But also when because there's always like a press conference, there's always like an announcement. Did the guy standing at the podium for the press conference, was he like, blah, yes, we need to bite you, I mean lick you, yes? This sounds like it has a motive behind it.
Well,
I gotta be honest.
Well, your assumptions are so off the base, because you got to take this up with the lead researcher, Catherine Rougon.
That's an anagram for Count Dracula.
You might be right about that. I can't do that.
Catherine with a C.
Catherine with a C, yes.
There's a bunch of other letters you might need in there to spell Count Dracula.
No, he's celebrating. It's too late. He's got this in the bag.
I knew it.
At the Pasteur Institute in Paris, France, who led the research, said, quote, its pain suppressive effect is like that of morphine, but we have to test its side effect, as it is not a pure painkiller, she says. It may also be an antidepressive molecule. Rougeau and colleagues discovered that
I'm
opioorphin
gonna lick
works.
my own brain and I'll cure my depression.
Oh.
Drip it in there. Just drip it in.
Discovered that opioorphin works in nerve cells of the spine by stopping the usual destruction of natural pain-killing opiates there, called enkephalins.
Sure.
Is this a
I'm gonna have to take her word on that.
Opioorphin is such a simple molecule that it should be possible to synthesize it and produce large quantities without having to isolate it from saliva, Rougeau explains. Alternatively, it might be possible to find drugs which trigger patients' bodies to produce more of the molecules themselves.
Ooh.
So if we get together and we each allow 2 of us to be cut, and then the third one of us licks one of our wounds and not the other, we can see who heals faster.
Yep.
We could see
I'll sit this one out. Since Bob set out Sour Challenge, I'll sit this one out. I'll be the licker, and you guys let me know how it goes.
That's the role that you want?
Better than the cutted.
Are you sure?
I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I'll be either of the cut people. I would be happier to have you lick me than to have to lick either of you. I've got to be real honest.
Why?
About
I'm
that.
very lickable.
That's fair.
I feel like I'd pick
Look
Mark
at me. I'm
if I
like
was
a
gonna lick.
lollipop waiting to go.
Well, is it going to be on your head? Because that's all right.
We haven't discussed where the cut will be. We can be.
I just feel like
we've
Mark's
talked
got
about
a
that.
much lower ratio of hair to body area And so just wherever the cut may be, it would be less risky to pick Mark as the one I want to lick.
When we could shave the spot beforehand, it
Oh,
doesn't
it
have
grows
to be.
back, and that's weird. I don't want to shave you.
Is it like a spinning wheel in any part of the body in there, including the taint is on there? So you're
It's
just-
like a raft wheel. They're like, where do we cut? Where do we cut? Not the dick. Not the dick. Not the dick. Not the dick.
Not the dick, not the dick.
The dick. Thanks, NASCAR.
NASCAR.
Oh, cutting rats on the dick.
Hey,
Thanks,
he got the
NASCAR.
dick pic. Oh.
No, but yeah, it's got to be random, right? Science is better if it's random. That's what I've
Absolutely,
always
yeah,
heard.
yeah.
So
So-
it would have to be like a wheel spinning
Well,
situation.
we could do it like an allergy test where we cut every part of the body and you lick half of them.
So you'd have to. The liquor licks
Oh.
both test subjects, just only some of the wounds.
Yeah, it'll be like half of the body's wounds on one of the subjects and the other half in different locations for the other subject.
That sounds like a good control. That sounds like a real solid experiment.
This
we
is
got
how
prepared.
science is done.
I
This
hope
is how
some
science
researcher is
done.
sitting out there just like, oh, they're right. And in like a year and a half, there's a paper that comes out. That's I'm kidding. That's not.
I
how
hope we
long-
end
that
up
would
in
be
an
like in 10
annotation of the
years.
paper where some serial killer was performing experiments, and they're like, in their autobiography, they're like, "Thank you to Distractible for inspiring all of my deeds. I have made the world a better place with my cuts and licks."
Why are you
What if
saying-
there's a future where you donate saliva the same way you donate blood, but they don't have to extract it? So it's just a room full of people who are just like, "Can I get more sour candy? I'm running low. I'm dry over here." That would be just gross.
There is some pepper that makes you like salivate in an insane amount. It's called it's like what? It's
Well, I've seen her pics. I agree.
what?
Oh, you mean the food? Go on.
Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's like Szechuan, Szechuan,
Szechuan?
Yeah,
Szechuan pepper.
Szechuan, Szechuan sauce.
If you like chew on the actual peppercorns themselves, it's not like spicy, but it will make your mouth salivate a tremendous amount. I think they did like a hot pepper gaming way back in the day where someone did that. I can't remember. But yeah, so if you want to collect saliva for pain killing purposes and antidepressive purposes, there you go.
Or you just don't eat for a while, and then you go into like one of those grocery stores where they have like the chicken, the fried chicken, and like stuff that they make there, and you can like take it home. Every time I walk through that section, man, I'm just drooling like crazy when I'm hungry.
So every time
Do you mean every grocery
yeah,
store?
every grocery.
I've never been to every grocery store. I didn't want to make assumptions.
That's very considerate of you, man.
That
Thank
is
you.
considerate. Anyway, this concludes the news section of the Distractible Live.
I don't
have
That's
any
not
outro.
taken.
No.
I once searched.
Nope.
Play the real estate one.
one.
The what?
The 3 bottom left.
3 bottom left. There's nothing there.
Was it
It was
top
on
left?
B. It was B bottom
Was
left.
it B? B
The
bottom, left?
That's that.
Oh. Where's the real estate
Turned
one?
around.
I don't know. We don't need to know about the real estate one. This is.
Did you finally delete it?
No, it's there. You just haven't found it.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Of
all
course,
good.
because it's top right.
Nope, nothing there.
Like you got secret sounds you just don't want to share with the class.
I
Like
don't have any
moaning
more.
whales.
I literally have not made any more since. But I'll
Those
play it
are-
for you if you guys want it.
Those are Mark's
the market
18
cap
plus
is
now.
$2.168 trillion. And now the mark. Oh! Oh! It went to zero! Yo!
That man would feel a lot better if we spat on him a little bit.
I mean,
Yeah, I think the wheel stopped on Dick for that man right in the middle of his segment. Poor guy.
Imagine if you went to therapy and your therapist just came over and just started like drooling on you. They're like, "Do you feel better?"
All right, lay back on the couch. It's technically a chase, just to let you know. Lay back, and close your eyes and open your mouth, and you may feel some warmth in your mouth. Just go with it. It's fine. Don't open your eyes. Are you happier yet? Sit with me.
no, I'm very uncomfortable.
Stay still. I'm missing. You're
I feel
dribbling.
better.
Who are you?
Can I get another sample?
Why are you in my session?
This is group therapy.
Oh,
Oh God!
Please step into the bath.
It's like a mother bird hovering over everybody, just like.
All right, everyone therapize each other. All right, we've practiced this. Get one layer and one dripper. Fair off. You could have 2 drippers and 1 layer. Okay,
No.
you just everybody needs a
I'm
turn.
feeling real juicy. Give me the syringe.
It's like Jesus Christ. It's like a group therapy session with circles, but they're in a kiddie pool and they're just like all sitting and it's like, so how are you, does that make you feel?
Oh, someone in the chat just had a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
Spittoons are an untapped resource in this field. I mean, the tobacco maybe is not so good, but imagine just how much oxytocin, tosin, what's it called?
Opiorphin.
That's the
Okay.
one.
That also might be made up, all of it, because that article was from 2006. So who knows the validity of anything?
What was the
Mitochondria is the
website
powerhouse
called?
of the cell.
Also,
It's called New Scientist. I don't know
that
the
sounds
It's
legit.
very
I don't
Sounds
know
new.
the veracity of that either. That publication.
I was a scientist at 6 years old. I ripped apart dandelions and put them on my cuts. Maybe it was dandelion spit that cured me.
I forgot. Yeah, you've talked
That-
about that before.
Yeah.
That Brian Regan joke. Get some leaves.
Rub some dirt on it. Anyway, so we have no more news.
Ah, darn it.
This might be the end.
What do we have anything else going on aside from the NASCAR sponsorship?
We will soon be taking over the world as the #1 distracted podcast in the world.
There might be more podcast news coming somewhat soon, but we're trying to figure it all out still. So I guess keep watching and listening.
Yeah, you better watch closely.
That's the teaser you get. There might be something sometime.
If you ever stop listening, you'll miss it. That'll be where it
it.
pops up.
You'll miss it.
We have an
The
algorithm.
one that you give up, the one episode you give up on, that'll be the very next one.
Yep, that'll be it. You'll lose out. Best of luck.
Yeah.
So go climb in your whales, rub some dirt on it,
NASCAR.
and always thank NASCAR.
Yeah, that's what we do here. That's what we do. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. What do I play the song and end it or something?
Nah, I don't know.
We should get some whales, and we should have like an Airbnb for whales. Just rent them out, you know?
For
Oh, I thought
that
you
first
were.
thing we talked about? The
Yeah, I
treatment?
forgot about getting in the whale. I thought it was like an Airbnb for whales to, go into.
Dude, we should start
If
a
we mean
regular...
rich people, then yes, but also no, I meant getting in whales.
We should start a regular medical segment. I feel like we covered some groundbreaking stuff in this one.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's
No one, we're not taking advantage of the whales and what they have to offer. They've just been allowed to live in peace. Nobody poached
Not
whales
anymore.
or anything in recent history, did they?
I don't know. I don't think so.
For their precious ambergris.
Is that actually a thing? I know that's
It's a real thing.
Ambergris.
Whale vomit, also called ambergris. It's like a it's like a thick, syrupy substance, or possibly a hard substance that is literally just a thing that happens in whale vomit. I think it has
Isn't
to
that
do
what
with
perfume is made of, or nail polish or something?
Yeah, ambergris is used to make the finest perfumes. I don't know
It's
if it is anymore, but
Oh, a solid, waxy, flammable substance of a dull gray or blackish color produced in the digestive system of sperm whales. Freshly produced ambergris has a marine fecal odor.
that means ocean poops.
It acquires a sweet, earthy scent as it ages?
Let it
Well-
breathe a little bit before you waft it.
You know what? I've never kept my own turds around long enough to know if they acquire a sweet earthy scent, so that's entirely possible.
New idea. Doctors hate it. Doctor,
would
I've
they
kept the
hate
stool
it?
sample for months. Do you think it's good?
Oh, God.
This is an 07 medium diarrhea. I would love your opinion on if this is ready or not, Doctor.
I don't want to be a part of the poop.
Sweetie, it's our 10-year. Well, I've been saving my 25-year Chitterer Sauvignon for you.
This is for the high school reunion. I ate lobster before this shit.
I don't want to be a part of this.
Why you look so sad, Mark?
I don't want to
You
be
all
a
right?
part of it. I don't like this conversation.
Pop the cork. Oh, this was leaking out a bit.
Well, the song is playing. That means it must be time to end.
That's just bubbling shit.
Enjoy your lunch break, everyone.
Only real shit pain is from the Champagne region of France. Oh God, I'm sorry.
I've got a
Thank you,
nice
NASCAR.
fresh bag of shit pain. Yes, thank you, NASCAR. Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye.
You're welcome.